So today on Tech Crazy, we have part 2 of my personal PC upgrades. I have purchased a GameX 400 Deep Cool air cooler for the CPU. It's got a 120mm fan on it, blue LED, not that I really need that, but I have it anyway. So it's got a huge heatsink on it, which is really nice. Should keep it super cool. We have that. It's compatible for a lot of different boards. You get a whole box full of bits and pieces, which should be fun to try to get the right ones. It's compatible for LGA 2011, the 1150 series, some AMD boards, which I've heard it doesn't quite fit on, but it says it does. And yeah, so we're gonna try to fit that in here with my Strix, which it's gonna be a really tight fit, but yeah, we're gonna see if we can get that shoved in there. Quick size comparison. This is the new one. This is the old one. I'm hoping there's more cooling out of this.
So, as you can see, we have pulled out the stock heatsink, and we are going to continue to pull out everything else, including graphics card, power supply, motherboard, all that fun stuff. Now would be a great time to clean your case as well, since in a case like this with no motherboard tray behind, dust can build up behind or wherever, but just a good time to clean your case if you're pulling everything out to do this anyway. May as well put it all back together nice and clean. So after we have pulled everything out, power supply, graphics card, and we get the motherboard out, then we get to the fun part. Now, I had a slight issue with this because this isn't normally a computer that would be bought to be modified at all. So the mounting plate for the CPU holder and that the stock heatsink was attached to actually had legs on it with bolt holes on it, which were not compatible at all with the new pieces for the new heatsink. So I actually had to modify that by cutting the legs off, but it wasn't a major thing to do, just a quick grinder job. But that might be something you run into if you're trying to modify a PC or a motherboard that wasn't really designed to be modified, but hey, what the heck, gotta live your life somehow. So after that, we reinstalled a new heatsink onto the board with the clips, put the one fan on, and something I didn't really show in this, you won't notice kind of till the end, is I did end up buying a second fan as well to do a push-pull on this. I bought a 120mm Cooler Master fan with blue LED as well, just to kind of match. But now that we have that mounted, we go to put it back in the case, and as you'll kind of notice, not really, but the side panel doesn't fit on anymore. This was something I was kind of worried about with this, if it was going to fit, but hey, it kind of prompted me to do something later on here. So we reinstall all our wiring, all our bolts to hold the motherboard down. We get back to putting the power supply in here right away and trying to cable manage it, which is 110% impossible in this case. But again, that's kind of what happens when you try to modify things that they weren't exactly designed to be modified. But hey, what the heck, gotta upgrade it. And after that, then we test everything, make sure all the fans run, make sure the push-pull system is set up properly, and in the end, this actually ended up being a really good upgrade for me. It keeps my CPU about 20 degrees cooler when rendering and hard gaming for extended periods of time, and I feel if you are rendering videos or gaming hard for long periods of time, this is a very good upgrade or modification for you to do. Pretty simple, pretty easy, only cost me maybe about, I don't know, $50, so it's pretty cheap too.
Oh!
Is that
color change?
Is that considered a blue screen?
No.
This is like the
Even though the startup bar